NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. From the world's most famous arena, Madison Square Garden in Midtown Manhattan. Tonight, the New York Knicks taking on the Miami Heat. The Knicks able to win the opening tip, and we're underway here at Madison Square Garden. To Dennis Smith Jr. 5 on the shot clock. Trying to cash in. Deep 2 there. Won't go. Dragic with it. Looking to make something happen. Nothing going here on that drive. Almost. And he's not getting the call. To Kevin Knox. Jay, sometimes it's not just the Heat that does opponents in Miami.
I've been a victim to this multiple times when we have played the Heat, and I think other franchises from cold cities have been the same. There's a reason why the Miami Heat have such an advantage down here on South Beach. You catch them on an off night, it's rare that opposing teams are ready to play.
And he connects on the first free throw. And gets both to drop at the line. The possession lies with New York. To Dennis Smith Jr. To Julius Randle. Has a chance with the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
Old school equals high percentage.
Butler to bring it up. He'll run the offense. To Waiters. To Butler. Here comes the screen. The screen sets him up for 2.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
To Dennis Smith Jr. Kevin Knox. Down to 5 on the 24. Wow, look at him dive for the loose ball. Gets a look, can't hit.
I agree, I thought there was a foul, but also it's all about your approach. You can't come down the lane and jump off one leg. It's called a power lift. Go off 2 legs and expect the contact. That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance. First one, count it. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. He's fouled. Very close, Jay. The result, he's going to the line.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let him know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
First free throw is good. 2 for 2 on that trip. Dragic with the basketball. 2-point advantage. Butler. To Dragic. To Waiters. Down low for Leonard. And he's fouled. Very close. Free throws coming up.
Here's the truth. As long as you're using your legs and your body to stay in front of the offensive player, you won't get called for those. You keep reaching, though, it's going to be a long night.
Misses the first. Good bounce back. Hits the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. To Marcus Morris.
Hey, you got the screen right, screen right, screen right.
A drive baseline, but the shot won't go. Dragic into the front court. Leads 3. Jimmy Butler, 2 for 2. That's what you want.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
To Waiters. Nothing going here on that drive. Waiters. Butler. Can't connect from inside. To Julius Randle. No good. Butler. To Dragic. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to pull off with the defender all over you, and draws the foul.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number 1, to see if they'll get caught. And number 2, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
Knocks down the first.
Stepping in for New York.
Good free throw shot.
Let's go, fellas. It's go time.
Substitutions, New York.
Drive from the baseline, but it won't go down.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jawing is only going to escalate.
Smith into the front court. His team down 9. Pass stolen by Miami. So important to take care of the basketball. Easy 2 on the other end after the turnover.
And that is the sign of an unselfish team. When everybody in transition thinks they have a chance to get the ball because you have a willing passer, somebody willing to make other players on his team look great, that's only going to force your players to play that much harder on offense and give you more energy on the defensive end.
The shot, almost.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Screen, I got your help.
And count the basket.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Miami with the basketball. To Dragic. On a pass stolen by the Knicks. Shot from the lane won't go.
Because he had no body control. You have to be able to control your body when you attack the rim at full speed. That's part of your concentration. People assume concentration just on the rim, but your body control is everything. Be able to speed yourself up or slow yourself down.
To Butler. Going to launch beyond the arc. Oh, he couldn't get it to go.
I got ball. That's me.
Offensive and a putback slam.
And I got a chance to hear a lot of the conversation at the bench. And one of the things they called out was owning the backboards. Looks like the message is really getting through.
Screen coming. Butler guarded by Taj Gibson. Curling inside. Oh, blocked away.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Looking for his man. Flushes down the slam.
And no emotion, just that ice-cold stare. That's a sign of somebody who's here to compete.
Butler into the front court. Up 5. Has a look. The shot by Butler, no. to Gibson. Nothing going here on that drive. Knocks it down from mid-range.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Butler to bring it up by 3. To Waiters. No good to Butler, down low. From the painted area, won't go down. Kevin Knox. Leonard pins it.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Fires the 3. Kevin Knox forced that one. Well defended. Butler guarded by Gibson. Trying to cash in. That's usually one that he'll knock down.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Kevin Knox. To Taj Gibson. Knocked loose. Oh, if you're a fan, you love the will and the want. Can't get the bounce. To Kevin Knox. Oh, the Heat right there to take it away. Waiters to Dragic. And he's fouled. Couple of free throws coming up, Jay.
Look, it's still early. Make your opponent work for those possessions. You don't want to start racking up too many personal fouls.
First one goes down. And he makes them both. It's the Heat with the possession. Waiters to Dragic. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That won't go. Cleans it up. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
Okay, that time it was effective. But a really good defender will put that in their memory bank.
Dragic with it. Leads 5. Butler to Dragic. Screen coming. Dragic guarded by Taj Gibson. Shot clock for the Heat down to 3. Has a chance. Can't connect. Driving right to the basket. A lot of contact. No whistle.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short on the shot.
Dragic. Ah, you've got to get that one to go.
I got it. Here we go. Cut it.
Here comes the screen. It's the Heat with the possession. To Waiters. Surveys the floor. Waiters to Butler. Here comes the screen. Dragic to Butler. And he'll go to the foul line.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
Jimmy Butler, couple of free throws on the way. He's perfect from the line so far. And hits the first free throw.
Subbing in.
No good on the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip.
For the Miami Heat, number 40.
Smith to Marcus Morris. Oh, great pass. Setting up the basket.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Miami's got it. Butler to Waiters. Probing the defense. A drive by Butler, but his shot won't fall. Into the front court comes Smith. Down by 1. Count the basket at the rim.
So many times you can tell if a player is going to finish before he even gets to the rim. Did you see that look on his face? That was a look of a three-point play. You always going in thinking you can get more at the rim.
Butler into the front court. Down a point. To Waiters. Butler gets it in the left corner. To Butler. 5 to shoot for Miami. Trey Burke. It's good.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
I got ball. That's me. I got ball. Here, coming left.
Pass stolen by Miami.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
He gets it.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
And scores.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Burke with it. Leads a bucket. Good look that time, but off the mark. Bam Adebayo with the block.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Burke with it. Lead is 2. To Butler.
Screen's coming. Here it is.
Keep on trying. Shot's no good there. Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
We get a whistle and a timeout here for Miami as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. The opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own.
Number 16, James Johnson.
Gets to the basket and scores.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
He'd have the basketball.
Defense, let's go.
To Waiters. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
Did you see that change of direction mid-flight? And also the English he utilized to spin the ball off the rim? That was a thing of beauty.
Oh, the Heat right there to take it away.
We're going to see a team take the lead here?
Almost. Unlucky bounce.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
Rebounded by the Heat. Waiters.
Watch that cut.
And the rebound comes down to Smith. A drive to the basket, but the shot won't go down. Has a look. He shoots. Oh, off the mark. Smith. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Burke with it. Down just a couple. Here comes the screen. to Waiters. Shot clock for the Heat down to 3. Trying to cash in. The jumper's off the mark. To Dennis Smith Jr. Drive to the basket, but the shot won't go. Miami with the basketball. Deep three at the buzzer. Goes down. A 3 at the buzzer. How about that end to the first half as they take the lead into the locker room. So a tie one as we reach the break in a 1-point game. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports halftime report. Jalen.
It's Jalen Rose, and I've got your EA Sports halftime report. The Heat have the lead, but not by much. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Miami Heat. The Knicks are still very much in this matchup. And they've been showing off some excellent shooting, and it's ultimately points that win games. So if they can keep this up, there's a great chance they can finish with a victory. These are the guys getting buckets for the New York Knicks.
Game track. Steals.
The story of this game so far has been the lack of ball security. Neither team can hold on to the ball, and unfortunately, it made the first half kind of tough to watch. And with that, I'm sending it back to Ed and Jay to bring you the rest of the game.
Dragic with the basketball. Leads one.
Screen.
Screen coming. Dragic to Butler. Beyond the arc for 3. That's off the side of the rim, short. To Julius Randle. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
It's the Heat with the possession. Dragic to Butler. And Boban there to take in the rebound.
Screen right.
To Dennis Smith Jr.
Come on. Hey, hit him.
Fine to shoot.
Cut it. Coming through.
Short jumper stays out. Dragic into the front court. His guys now down by a point. To Butler. Julius Randle tips it.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
To Julius Randle. Knocked loose. He'd come up with it. They've recovered it. The screen sets him up for 2.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
To Julius Randle. Smith. Runner here won't go. Dragic with it. Leads just a point. They'll get it down to Leonard. Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
Possession lies with New York. Stuffs it down with authority.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Dragic with the basketball. His guys now trailing by a point. Knicks have it. They go down low to Randall. Nice pass to set things up.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Dragic into the front court. He'll run the offense. Here comes the screen. And that's rebounded by Randall. Smith with it up top. Up by 3. Has a chance. Dennis Smith Jr. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
And the true test of a team's character is how they respond when they get hit in the mouth. Keep digging.
Jimmy Butler for 2. He's looking for that touch.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
Here comes the screen. Smith. To Marcus Morris. Has a look. Off the mark. With defense like that, little margin for error. To Dragic. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Nothing going here on that drive. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Dragic with it. The deficit now up to 5. To Butler. That's off of Leonard, out of bounds. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. That's out of bounds.
Substitutions, New York. Subbing in for the Heat, number 40,
Butler.
Haslam.
To Dragic. Waiters. No good. To Gibson. Here comes the screen. New York with 4 to shoot. From the painted area, won't go down.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket, you're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
Count the bucket for 2.
You know, it reminds me of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
To Dragic. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Here's a tip for your defense. You can't give him that much space. You have to push up into his personal space and make him play the majority of the possessions with his back to the basket. Because if you allow him to open up, there's no stopping.
And a nice finish at the rim.
Might have had an extra dribble or 2 there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Waiters. from long range. Waiters force that one off the mark on the 3.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Dragic with the basketball. His guys down big. Butler to Waiters. Trying to cash in. Just off the mark. Smith. Short jumper won't fall.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Dragic. Now that's a contest.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Butler to bring it up. Down a bundle. To Dragic. Curling inside. From the outside, no good. Kelly Olynyk able to recover with the block. Dragic into the front court. Looking to make something happen. And he finishes at the rim.
For a smaller player, you have to be more creative with your imagination when you finish with those shots around the rim. For the audience, that may look difficult, but for the player himself, that's what they practice every single day.
Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
It can only be one of 2 things here. 1, the defender ran out of gas, or 2, this dude is just unstoppable.
It's the Heat with the possession to Waiters. Here's a chance from long range, not getting the bounce.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
To Butler. Screen coming. Waiters. Deep 2 there, won't go. Smith with the basketball. His guys holding the big lead. Pass stolen by Miami.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Rebounds pulled down by New York. And the basket good at the rim.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Miami's got it. Dragic to Waiters. And Boban there to take in the rebound.
And you knew this game had a chance to get out of hand pretty quickly because of the communication. When these guys stepped on the court, Ed, they were yapping back and forth to each other. And that kind of communication, that kind of collective responsibility to one another, you feel that on the court. That's why this team is special.
Sacrificing everything for the loose ball. Good defense. He had nowhere to go. The result, jump ball. All lined up and ready for the jump. Off the assist.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
That's out of bounds. Last touch by the Knicks. Dragic. And the rebound snared by Gibson.
The game is won in the details. The team who has the most attention to the minutia is a team that wins the ball game. And from the beginning of this game, this team has been mentally engaged. I know the season's a long year, but when you come mentally engaged and you have attention to detail, whew, that's a scary thing to watch.
The EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Knicks added a win with today's solid victory. You ask me, and I'll tell you, it was the ball movement that made all the difference. There's something to be said for a team that can win as a group, and that's what happened here today. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the New York Knicks. The Heat couldn't put it together to get the victory here today. I'm sure they can't help but feel frustrated with the result, but they can't let that feeling linger. Sooner than later, they need to start thinking about the next matchup. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Miami Heat.
Game track. Points in the paint.
The Miami Heat lost this game on the scoreboard, obviously, but they really lost this game by not being physical enough. Again and again, they allowed the ball to get inside, and once it was there, it was getting scored. A lot.
Player of the game.
Julius Randle gets the award for the most obvious reason, and that's his scoring output. He couldn't be stopped, and it was incredible to watch.
Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show. These are the top 3 plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
Here's a look at the upcoming games for the New York Knicks. This has been a presentation of ESPN on EA Sports. Until next time, I'm Jalen Rose, signing off.